Episode 13, Extremely Short Organ Waiting Time.
各位观众大家好，欢迎大
Greetings,
家来
everyone.
到
Welcome to the Ironclad Irrefutable Evidence series. Please don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this program. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and the entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support. We discovered that China's organ transplant industry experienced unprecedented growth after 1999. Profitability increased so rapidly that many new organ transplant centers have been funded. Organ transplants have become routine surgeries. Furthermore, China has very short organ transplant wait times. We believe it's because there exists a huge living organ bank in China. We will provide 9 major pieces of evidence to prove this. This episode will explore evidence 1. Tissue typing rate is typically quite low for major organ allotransplantation. According to the UC Davis Health website, except for identical twins and some brothers and sisters, it is very rare to get an exact match between two people, especially if they are unrelated. The chance of finding an exact match with an unrelated donor is about 1 in 100,000. It's clear that finding a matching organ for a recipient is exceedingly difficult. For this reason, patients in every other country except China must wait 2 to 3 years or even longer for a transplant. The process of patients waiting for matching organs is called forward matching. Yet in China, since 1999, wait time for organs are unusually short, only 1 to 2 weeks, or even a few hours. It appears that hospitals in China have more than enough people or donors to choose from. It is common to find suitable organ donors very quickly. The method is known as reverse matching. It's almost certain that hospitals in China rely on a massive pool of living people to find organs for patients. These people are pre-screened, and their health data is being stored in a computer system. When candidates want a transplant, hospitals can search the computer system and quickly find a matching organ for them. This would be impossible outside of China under normal circumstances. Here are 3 specific examples. Shanghai Changzheng Hospital. The average wait time for a liver transplant was 1 week. This is a screenshot of a liver transplant application form on the Shanghai Changzheng Hospital website. It clearly stated that the average wait time for a liver transplant was 1 week. Tianjin First Central Hospital. The average wait time for liver transplant was 2 weeks. The official website of the Organ Transplant Center of Tianjin First Central Hospital said that they completed 647 liver transplant surgeries in 2005. The average transplant wait time was 2 weeks. This webpage has since been removed, but the WOIPFG investigators recovered a cached online copy. The First Affiliated Hospital of China Medical University. If the first organ is not a suitable match, we will replace it in less than 1 week. The website of the International Transplantation Online Support Center of the First Affiliated Hospital of China Medical University in Shenyang said, the wait time for most liver transplants is between 1 and 2 months. The wait time for a kidney transplant is between 1 week and 1 month. That's how long it takes to find a matching HLA donor. Although we take organ selection and screening tests very seriously, if anything unexpected occurs during the procurement process, such as a fatty liver, we can cancel the surgery before we open the recipient's abdominal cavity. If such issues happen to a patient, we will conduct an expedited search for a new organ and another transplant operation will be performed within 1 week. Now let's listen to 4 recordings from phone investigations to give you a deeper understanding. Subject of investigation, a doctor at the Hepatobiliary Surgery Department of Zhengzhou People's Hospital. Date of investigation, June 25, 2015.
你好，郑医。哎，你好，可以转一下那个肝胆外科那个。
Hello, Zhengzhou People's Hospital. Hi, please transfer me to the doctor's office of Department of Hepatology. Please wait.
Hello?
Hi, I have a patient who needs a liver transplant, and I heard from my friend that you can still do it, right?
We can do it. Where are you from?
My relative is in Zhengzhou, and I am in Guangdong. How much do you charge?
Does he have hepatitis B?
Blood type B.
What disease does he have? Why does he need a liver transplant?
His doctor discovered he has severe hepatitis B and recommended a transplant. His blood type is also B.
Since he has hepatitis B, it costs around 500,000 yuan.
I want to ask, how long do we have to wait?
If it's a short wait, it merely takes 2 or 3 days. And if it's a long wait, it could be 10 or more days.
What kind of donors do you normally have?
I can't tell you that, and I have no need to tell you that. Don't ask this question.
Oh, I can't ask this?
Yeah.
When should I come to meet you?
On the 16th floor, Department of Liver Transplant.
May I have your last name?
Just come to the Department of Liver Transplant, all right?
Will it really be done in 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, it could be done as soon as 2 or 3 days, and normally there are 1 or 2 cases every week.
How many cases have you done this year?
Stop asking questions like that.
Subject of investigation, Dr. Li Gongquan at the Liver Transplant Department of the First Affiliated Hospital of Zhengzhou University. Date of investigation, March 19th, 2015.
哎，你好，请问是那个李医生
Hello,
是
is
吧
this Dr. Lee?
对对对，
Yes, correct.
I want to consult with you about liver transplant.
Oh,
I guess you can do it, right?
tell me where you're from.
I'm from Xinyang.
What?
I'm in Xinyang.
Okay.
I'd like to consult with you about a liver transplant. My mother's liver is not working well and decompensated already. You can do the surgery, can't you?
Yes.
I want to ask, typically, how much does it cost for this type of surgery?
Cost?
Yes.
If everything runs smoothly, about 300,000 yuan, over 300,000 yuan.
What's considered going well and what's considered not going well?
It depends on the medications you use in hospital and duration of your hospitalization.
You mean the duration of a hospital stay?
For more details, you let the patient come first.
Well, once we arrive,
It should be fine with an estimate of less than 1 week. It depends on the typing and involves the typing and matching.
But my mom's blood type is B.
We have many. We just did one this morning and probably are going to have another one tomorrow.
How long did this patient wait for?
The situation is like this. Generally, we let the patients do pre-operative screening and then decide when to do the surgery. If the patient's liver function is temporarily sustainable, we will call when we have a suitable liver. If the patient can come at night, we can do it that night.
Subject of investigation, Dr. Chen Yongfeng from the Liver Transplantation Department of Zhengzhou People's Hospital. Date of investigation, June 26th, 2015.
你好，陈医生啊，
你好。
陈
Hello?
永峰医生
Dr. Chen Yongfeng, hello. I want to know if your hospital can do liver transplants.
We're the best liver transplant hospital in Henan province. We have done a few liver transplants today. 2, in fact.
You did 2 cases, did you?
Yes.
When my friend called Dr. Yuan Zhenghua, another transplant surgeon in the hospital, he said he did 1 case today.
Yes. Dr. Yuan told me there's a patient whose blood type is B, from Anyang.
The patient is not from Anyang. He is from Anhui. His blood type is type B. Dr. Yuan said he would mention him to you. Also, I want to know if the donors of today's 2 cases, or most cases in your hospital, come from local or out of town, and how's the quality?
They're local. No quality issues. If you are planning to do a liver transplant, and if you set it up early enough, I will be able to choose a good, younger donor for you. For example, today we did a transplant for a type B patient, and the donor's blood type was also type B. You were referred by Dr. Yuan. If your patient, type B, called today, he would have had a liver from this type B donor. This donor was a 16-year-old type B brain hemorrhage patient. He was 16 years old and passed away 3 days after the hemorrhage. His liver was over 700 grams, less than 800 grams. That's a good size. This is a recent example of a good liver from a younger donor. They just finished the surgery at 9 o'clock.
He had a brain hemorrhage at age 16? That's so young.
He had a congenital cerebrovascular disorder.
You did 2 cases today? Really?
If you don't believe what I said, look it up. Chen Huoyang, the dean and director of our department. He's in charge of all our transplants. His team has 2 liver transplants from spousal donors of different blood types recently. You can look them up. The CCTV reported on these cases. Our surgeries have absolutely no problems. You can have peace of mind 100%.
Where do you extract the organs?
Sometimes locally and sometimes in our hospital.
You did 2 transplants today. One donor was 16. How old was the other one?
The other one was 20-something.
Both of them are young, very young, and the organ quality should be good, right?
Yes, and we have some older donors in their 30s and 40s.
Normally, people are not interested in organs from someone in their 40s. They all want donors younger than 40, correct?
That's right. Generally, we don't consider them.
You don't consider them? You only consider those in their 30s and younger.
We still have some young donors to choose from. As more and more patients need transplants, the organ supply becomes shorter and shorter. I think there won't be many ideal donors to choose from in the future.
I want to ask you how long the wait will be if we come from Anhui.
About 1 week.
You will be able to find a donor in 1 week. Generally, only about 1 week. Fine. I will contact you when the time comes, all right?
Sure, fine.
I will contact you again.
Subject of investigation, Director Wang, organ coordinator of the Renal Transplantation Division of Yantai Yu Huangding Hospital, Shandong Province. Date of investigation, May 26, 2017.
Hello?
Hi, I want to ask you. I heard you can contact Yu Wanding Hospital about kidney transplant.
Yes.
I know a patient who was referred by you to that hospital before. What's the price?
Where are you from? Suzhou?
No, Anhui.
The kidney sourcing fee. What type? What's the blood type?
Type A.
Who gave you my number? How did you find my phone number?
A staff person in the Department of Nephrology in Yu Wanding Hospital gave it to me, but he said it's best to do it through you, not from him, because they are different from the Department of Renal Surgery. Maybe there are some internal conflicts of interest?
Just say who it is. No problem. Just say who it is.
Well, because there are some issues among colleagues, he told me not to tell who said it. Anyway, he said I can contact you. Well, he asked me to ask you if you can assist.
Oh, we can do it. We can do it.
If you help me arrange it for type A, how long do we have to wait for a kidney match before the surgery? Can you give me a time estimate?
Within half a month.
Half a month?
Correct. It'll be done within half a month, including checkups, within 2 weeks.
Can you guarantee that it'll be done within 2 weeks?
I promise we can do it.
Are you going to contact Director Liu or other doctors?
I can contact him directly. Dr. Liu is my big brother.
Oh, Director Liu's your big brother.
Right. Others have no say. Yeah.
It's no wonder the doctor didn't want to say that. Anyway, the hospital might also have interest in every aspect. So he said that you somehow have a way.
Yes.
That is what he told me.
Even doctors don't know it. They can't do it.
Yes. He said it is no use to talk to a non-involved doctor. They are useless to talk to. How are you going to process the entire charges?
Do you want the big package?
Yeah, you can just say it. We'd rather pay a lump sum. We don't want to be stingy. You understand our mentality.
The total is about 500,000.
How do we pay for it? I know we need to go to the hospital to pay hospital charges. Is this correct?
Yes, correct. Yes.
It's better to give me a specific idea of how the money should be divided. What portion goes to the hospital and what is your portion? If we get it done within 2 weeks, as you just mentioned, approximately how much do we have to pay you?
400,000 yuan.
Do you mean the hospital charges around 200,000 yuan?
100,000 yuan.
The same true for Shanya. Some money goes to the hospital and another portion goes to whoever coordinates process. Basically, some money should go to the doctor who coordinates everything. For example, you just mentioned 500,000, which is acceptable for a kidney transplant. The hospital charge of 100,000 yuan won't be much different, right?
Correct.
Where should we meet? Still at Yuanding?
Fine.
Let me ask you another question. How do we pay the 500,000? I don't think we have to pay the entire sum of money before surgery.
You pay half before surgery.
What if it gets delayed? 2 months, 3 months, even longer? What should we do?
Not possible. Not possible. Not possible.
In other words, the second half needs to be paid off after we get what you promised, right?
No worries. All right. 2 weeks is the most.
He didn't tell me you're Director Liu's brother. He didn't tell me this.
I'm also a director. I'm a director of business.
You are in charge of business. Do you usually do surgery?
I don't do surgery.
You don't do surgery, only do...
Doctors do surgeries. Dr. Liu does.
I understand. If you handle the business, I want to ask you a question about the source of the kidney. We know that a young donor is relatively good. Can you still find such donors now?
Of course.
Can you still find those from prisons now?
It must be under 30.
What evidence can you show me to prove the donor is under 30?
You will understand it when you come. You get what each penny pays for, understand?
Yes, Dr. Liu just briefly told me that you have a way to do it, but I still need to hear it from your mouth. That will give me assurance. Although I got some information from him, your confirmation is quite important to me. It's like a promise.
Take it easy. I promise to find a young one for you. Who is the patient? Who is the patient? You haven't told me.
My brother.
Oh, how old is he?
50.
Oh, not old.
Right, he isn't that old. If you give him an organ from someone who is 50 or older, I think that's not acceptable.
We just had a surgery done for a patient from Tianjin, 64 years old. He has been discharged.
You mean the patient is 64 years old?
Correct. I worked with someone to make the arrangement for him.
The most important thing is the source of the kidney. You just said that it would be less than 35 years old, didn't you?
Yes. It is 400,000 yuan, and you pay hospital charges separately, all right?
Got it. We need to pay you 400,000 yuan and pay the hospital 100,000, correct?
If you want the big package, that is 500,000 yuan, okay? The big package is 500,000 yuan, okay?
The big package costs 500,000, and it takes 2 weeks to have it done, within 2 weeks, right?
Correct. Yes, yeah.
We just heard about the wait time for transplants in China. It could be as short as 2 or 3 days, or take up to 10 days. One doctor even said he could choose a healthy liver from a young donor for a patient. The evidence showed oddly short wait times for organ transplants in China. There must exist a huge organ bank to support the short wait times. We have even more startling evidence to show you. Please continue to watch. Episode 14, High Percentage of Emergency Transplants. In particular, please note that this is a worldwide unrestricted war without gunpowder. The CCP's crime of live organ harvesting from Falun Gong practitioners not only continues, but has spread throughout society. For example, in 2013, a 6-year-old child, little Binbin, in Shanxi, went missing. 2 days later, he was found with his eyes gouged out for his cornea. Dozens of university students in Wuhan disappeared for no reason in recent years, and countless children and women go missing every year. Live organ harvesting has become a threat to everyone. Perhaps, as we are talking, many kind and innocent people are being put onto operation tables for their organs. And also, many have been detained in dark prisons for many years, and their hearts, livers, and kidneys are waiting to be excised in an indescribably cruel way at any moment. How urgently they need rescue from the outside world. How excruciating it is for their parents, brothers, and sisters to bear the pain of missing their loved ones for years. Live organ harvesting signifies an unprecedented atrocity that has never existed on this planet. We cannot heartlessly ignore the fact that the Chinese Communist Party is ravaging and killing people. We cannot watch the CCP flagrantly destroy the bottom line of morality with lies, coercion, and financial lures that aim to silence and lead the entire human race to fundamental destruction without taking action. We urge everyone to like, subscribe, and spread the word about our program. Let your family, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and anybody else in your social circle know the facts of the CCP's mass organ harvesting from living Falun Gong practitioners. Please tell the whole world the truth and stand together to put a stop to the CCP's crimes against humanity. This is a critical issue related to the well-being and security of each individual, every community, and our entire society. Thank you very much for your attention and support.
感谢各位朋友，感谢大家的关注支持。
World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong, WOIPFG, was founded on January 20th, 2003. It is based in New York with branches in Europe, Australia, Asia, and Canada. WOIPFG's mission is to investigate the criminal conduct of all institutions, organizations, and individuals involved in the persecution of Falun Gong. To bring such investigations, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far and deep we have to search, to full closure, to exercise fundamental principles of humanity, and to restore and uphold justice in society. The principle of our investigation holds that those who have committed crimes shall be brought to justice. Individuals shall bear the same responsibility for their involvement in their organization's crimes, and those instigating the persecution shall bear the same responsibility of those who have physically carried out the persecution. We intend to uproot state-sanctioned crimes and safeguard human morality. The criminal conduct of all individuals within organizations, units, and departments involved in the persecution will be thoroughly investigated and brought to justice.